Hello everybody, and today we are taking a look at the free language learning app Duolingo. Now, Duolingo is a language learning site that allows you to learn many different languages, as you see here at the bottom. There's a lot that they have. Started out with just a few languages and it's gotten all the way up to a lot of different languages. So the best part about Duolingo is it's absolutely free. Can be used on phones, iPads, computers, anything. You just got to make an account, and then once you get signed in, you choose which language you want to do. I do primarily French and Spanish since my middle school has two immersion programs for French and Spanish. So I actually learned most of my Spanish skills from Duolingo. So when you make your profile, it goes through a bunch of skills that you can possibly take. With the regular profile, though, you're going to have to start at the bottom at the top, and make your way as you go through all the skills. So I'm a little bit further down right now. So some sections have like 10 sections, some have 3. And the little bars on the side indicate how strong those things are. So I've practiced countries a long time ago, but my memory might not be so well. So Duolingo also tracks how much vocabulary you've learned, and it compiles it into a fluency score up here at the top right. So let me show you real quick how the application runs. So I'm just trying to strengthen my basics knowledge because I've already done this. Must have been just a while ago. So it gives you some options if you want to practice with a timer. I usually do not practice with a timer.
Ella es una mujer.
And then it'll give you a sentence, and it will ask you to either translate it or to speak it or even to fill in certain blanks. And if you have a microphone active, it'll ask you to sometimes pronounce the language back to you. So as far as application in the classroom, it's actually really useful for language teachers. They get a lot of good practice when they do these. And it's also a good sponge activity for some of your earlier finishers who might be interested in the language if you're not a language teacher. If you are a language teacher, Duolingo also has a section where you can make a classroom for your students, and you can invite the students. You can also track what lessons they've gone through or what they're struggling with. You can assign certain skills or create an assignment as well. And Duolingo also has different curriculums that you can choose from, and then also other class activities that make it more interactive to learn a language. So some of the advantages of Duolingo is that obviously it's a free language trainer. So that's very helpful for those who don't have a lot of language experience but are looking for a way to get some more language experience. The site's also constantly being updated. It started with maybe just like 3 languages or so, and obviously it's developed into a lot of different languages, and I'm sure they're working on adding even more than the ones that you see at the bottom here. Duolingo also has an immersion section where you can also practice translating, and you can practice translating others' work or checking others' work, and you can get some votes based on that. Some of the disadvantages of Duolingo is that it requires frequent use to solidify your knowledge. So they have this little trainer here that you can set up that makes you do a certain amount of lessons each day in a specific language. And also the access outside of the classroom might be a problem if your students don't have internet access outside the class. And then I find that Duolingo is great for translation, but it's not as great for trying to hold a conversation with someone who can speak it very fluently. So that's Duolingo.